And I live on beans, legumes, vegetables, fruit. I drink a protein supplement every morning. No dairy. I drink almond milk mixed in with fruit and a protein powder, so I get the protein for the day when I start the day out. And it changed my whole metabolism, and I lost 24 pounds, and I got back to basically what I weighed in high school. But I did it for a different reason. I mean, I wanted to lose a little weight, but I never dreamed this would happen. I did it because after I had this stent put in, I realized that even though it happens quite often that after you have bypasses, you lose the veins because they're thinner and weaker than arteries. The truth is that it clogged up, which means that the cholesterol was still causing buildup in my vein that was part of my bypass. And thank God I could take the stents. I don't want it to happen again. So I did all this research, and I saw that 82% of the people since 1986 who have gone on a plant-based, no dairy, no meat of any kind, no chicken, turkey. I eat very little fish. Once in a while I'll have a little fish, not often. If you can do it, 82% of the people who've done that have begun to heal themselves. Their arterial blockage cleans up, the calcium deposit around their heart breaks up.
Let's discuss what the former president said with the doctors behind the diet that helped Mr. Clinton change his life. Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn is the author of Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease, and Dr. Dean Ornish is the author of The Spectrum. Let me go to Dr. Esselstyn first. He mentioned both of you for inspiring him to begin this diet. Walk us through this diet, Dr. Esselstyn. Why is this diet so good, especially for those individuals who have a history of heart disease?
Well, thank you, Wolf, for having me on this evening with my good friend Dean Ornish. There's no question that if the truth were known that coronary artery disease is a toothless paper tiger that need never exist. And if it does exist, it need never, ever progress. What we've heard from President Clinton is the remarkable change that he's been willing to make to remove completely from his nutrition those foods which we know will devastate and injure the inner lining of your arteries. And the remarkable thing is the capacity that the body has to heal itself. And when you do what President Clinton has done, where you completely try to remove any foods that are going to injure your vessel, the body has this remarkable capacity to begin to heal itself. And I'm afraid that as a medical profession, we perhaps have fallen down and really emphasized too much the drugs and the procedures and the operations which really treat the symptoms. They do not treat the causation of this illness. This is one of the few times since Hippocrates that we have not told patients about the causation of their illness.
Dr. Ornish, are you on the exact same page as Dr. Esselstyn is?
Yes, I am. Changes.
My foundational theory is that there's only one sickness and one dis-ease, and that's the overacidification of the blood, then tissues. What causes this? Lifestyle and dietary choices. So all dis-ease is a consequence of choice. What we're eating, what we're drinking, and what we're thinking.
I have several patients who have been drinking this alkaline ionized water. They have noticed that one fellow got rid of his gout, another woman got rid of her arthritis, several have reported that constipation is completely gone, bloating is completely gone in several of my patients. People have more energy. They're just reporting benefits that are all across the spectrum.
Healthy cells contain natural antioxidants that protect against ozone getting in. When you inject ozone directly into the body, it actually stimulates healthy cells to make more of these enzymes that will protect against ozone destroying them. So unhealthy cells can fight it, and only healthy cells can defend against it. This is why it doesn't hurt people. So if you happen to have herpes, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, Lyme disease, Epstein-Barr virus, chronic fatigue syndrome, ozone may be the only answer for your problem.
The air we breathe is 19% oxygen. Put it through a pump. Put it through an ozone generator, which Russ will show you, and bubble it through the water, and the ozone will be dissolved in the water, which you drink. You have the equivalent of an oxygen bar, which is springing up all over Tokyo and New York City. Now, the ozone is highly soluble in water, but it has a half-life of about 20 minutes in warm water, an hour or so in cold, chilled ice water. The ozone is the greatest detoxifying agent known to man. Some cities in Germany use ozone to clean their water instead of chlorine, other things that we do. Now, instead of taking 21 days to cure these dying patients, it can be done in about 4 or 5 days, because when they take ozone into their body, the ozone, just like oxygen, oxidizes the waste products, turns them into H2O and CO2. The skin is the second most important organ of elimination known, next to the lymph fluid and tissue. Now, we have produced quite a few percentage of ozone in water, and we don't have to sit in an oxygen bar in Tokyo or New York and breathe it for $1 a minute, $20 for 20 minutes. We don't have to take a $1,500 an hour or up to $3,000 an hour oxygen pressure hyperbaric chamber in New York. So if we drink this now, we'll detoxify in a couple of days and eliminate poisons which have been in your body for many years.